right, Matrixx and Rhodes Show supporters. Well, we got a little reaction from those cackling hen nutcases over at The View on the Supreme Court ruling, ununanimously, by the way, 9-0. Let that score on your baseball card score box root in your head if you're a leftist and have you melting down for years and years. But the cackling hens, of course, had to give their 2 cents, and proud Americans, proud patriots, well, they felt good about answering back Whoopi Goldberg and Sonny Hostin on this. And there's a clip. We're going to take a look at it of them melting down, and then we'll get to the reaction from patriots. You know what's amazing to me, and I think the Supreme Court did the right thing here. Do you notice it's Democrats and it's Liz Cheney and it's rhinos and it's the mainstream media that called this an insurrection to begin with? What looked like people walking through a damn flea market? I mean, I've seen more rioting at Black Friday sales. I promise. I kid you not. More chaos, more rioting at a Black Friday sale inside a building. That's just the way it is. Supreme Court rules unanimously for Trump in Colorado ballot disqualification dispute. Supreme Court decision to affect 30 states that have considered challenges to remove Trump from the 2024 ballot. My point on that is Donald Trump hasn't been actually convicted of an insurrection, period. All right? In fact, that I would suspect that would be hard to convict him when he's actually on video telling people to go home and disperse. Nothing to see here. Please move along. And I think we know it's a concocted wet dream, for lack of a better way of putting it, by the leftists that this was an insurrection to begin with. But nonetheless, here we are. Jason Rantz, no relation, posted this on his X. And, of course, Sonny Hostin had to give her hot take. Now, the scariest thing is this woman used to be a lawyer, or is still a lawyer. I don't know how this works. She gives a horrible take on this. And, of course, Whoopi losing her mind, and Sonny, well, they get destroyed by patriots, and we'll take a look at that reaction.
Standing ovations, but we want you to be comfortable. The Supreme Court has just ruled unanimously that Colorado courts cannot keep you-know-who off the state's ballot for engaging in insurrection, finding that a state cannot make a call that could have a national impact on a federal election. Of course, unless it's about a woman's right to choose, but let's not get into that. What do you all think of this? I mean, is anybody surprised by this decision?
No, and I actually think it was the right decision to make, because it would have, if Colorado had been allowed to do that, we'd have this chaotic sort of process where you have 50 states and some are choosing to put him on the ballot and some are choosing not to put him on the ballot. So that's why this decision was unanimous in judgment. But if you read the dissent by Justices Sotomayor and Kagan and also Jackson, they are saying the Supreme Court went too far here because they answered a question that wasn't before them. The only question that was before this court was, can a state do this? Instead, what they did was they insulated all alleged insurrectionists from future challenges to their holding federal office. And it is a tenet of Supreme Court law. I am a Supreme Court bar admitted attorney. It says what it does today, the court should have left undone. And we always learn that in law school. The Supreme Court should just answer the question before it. And I had far too much hope that the court would be united in this and not overstep in favor of Donald Trump. And I think what we saw was a court where justices that behaved in a partisan manner, and that disappoints me.
That's interesting. Partisan manner. It was 9-0. 9-0, and 3 of those are lefties. Really? It was pretty obvious when they were arguing this, when I was listening to it. The leftist was dragging Colorado's ass. I mean, down the hill by their hair. The leftists were. It was an ugly day once again, for states trying to weaponize and politicize the justice system against Trump. So, Proud Patriots answered back to the two nutcases here. You know, the only thing that she should ever be able to, I just wonder, what kind of lawyer was she? Was she taking the cases of people that were mopping the floors at peep shows, slipped on the floor, and got hurt? Is that who that she was representing? Because if she was representing anybody else, that's a drastic malpractice of law. I mean, that's scary. That's frightening. All right, let's take a look at this. Those who can't do, teach. Those that can't do or think, host The View. Bravo, that's good. 9-0 is a partisan matter? That's what I just said. Sorry, I can't watch. I'm protecting my IQ points. Well, I just made you watch, so sorry. Dissent, question mark? Again, 9-0. You got boat raced here, all right? There was no insurrection, and Trump was not accused of insurrection. End of story. No court of law said anything about insurrection. That was the thing going in this. This should have never even been attempted. It literally says the same thing as the other justices, but adds, Orange Man still bad at the end. They threw that little shit in at the end to try to withstand the mainstream media backlash that they're about to get. And they're about to get it. The lefties are already doing it. They're dragging all sides. Keith Olbermann's head's blowing up. Obviously, Whoopi Goldberg can't even say Trump's name. And they let you have a platform. Okay. I'll have to take your word for it. I can't stand to listen to any clip from The View. Any cases she's overseen should be questioned, to be honest. I agree. I don't know what's going on with that. I think that's Trump mad vengeance, right? Attorney here, and it's so sad to see how far the profession has fallen. I'm embarrassed for her, meaning Sunny Hostin. How did she graduate law school? We don't know. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of liberal law schools. Yeah, liberal tears. SCOTUS ruling just blew in. Liberal tears to flood the nation. Smiling Donald Trump. DEI law degrees are real. You're seeing it. Karen, of course, is a high school dropout. 9-0. It's 9-0. I mean, what can you do here? Sonny ain't so bright. It was 9-0. That's the thing. It was 9-0. Again, that's what we call boat raced. When you don't have it 9 and it ends with 9-0, yeah, that's boat raced. TDS is so strong with these folks, it's sad the dissent line made me laugh. Ha, hags, every one of them. Math is hard, obviously. I always wonder who took her bar exam for her. She just called the concurring opinion a dissenting opinion. These people literally go on TV and lie to the American public every day for a living. The Supreme Court doesn't want to have to answer that question later when they can answer it now. Someone would have filed it if they hadn't. They just want to get it out of the way. In other words, this was the Supreme Court saying, don't bring this bullshit before me one more time. Don't ever do it. Don't bring this before us. We ain't got time. Even the progressive Supreme Court justices didn't have time for this nonsense. I mean, really? Are these the same black people who can't get an ID to vote? Question mark. And, of course, we know they can't get an ID to vote, so there's that. She's the same woman that says she's a devout Catholic and would never consider having an abortion, yet she has one foot in the pro-abortion movement. It's always double talk with this woman. Come on. Come on. This was it right here, guys. Nobody has been convicted of insurrection. Trump is not convicted of insurrection. Congress has the right, not the state, to emanate him from the ballot. But the state doesn't have this right. Congress has the right. I mean, come on. Come on. They will be really disappointed when Trump wins. That's the one we'll end on. Wow. Wow. I mean, I suspect there may even be another one of these videos with the reaction of what happens. My cat just literally said, yeah, he's happy for Trump as he jumped up here and tried to ruin this video. The View, folks. You knew their heads would blow off, and it blew off at record speed. I guess they were literally live as the verdict came in, and Whoopi can't even say Trump's name. I'll say his name, Trump 2024. Yeah. Tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Peace. I'm out. Oh, my God. Till next time, the liberals are losing it.